So the LEGO Harry Potter theme has been going on now for 21 years. In that time there has been a total of 368 minifigures released for the theme. Many of those are considered rare and expensive, and some of those minifigures will become rare and expensive. And in today's video we're going to try and figure out what those minifigures are, so let's get into it. So we'll first go over some of the existing expensive LEGO Harry Potter minifigures and try and determine what makes these minifigures so expensive. In doing so, we can apply that logic onto new and recent minifigures to help us determine what will be valuable in the future and what won't be. So the most expensive LEGO Harry Potter minifigure when it comes to aftermarket value is the 2007 version of Dolores Umbridge. This minifigure was exclusive to the 2007 Hogwarts Castle set, which was an expensive set released as the great market crash of the 2000s hit, so this set didn't end up selling well at all, meaning there are very few numbers of this Professor Umbridge figure going around in good condition. The 2007 version of Hogwarts Castle was actually also the only LEGO Harry Potter set released between 2005 and 2010, so the demand itself for LEGO Harry Potter products was already low at the time. All these factors has contributed to the 15-year later aftermarket price tag of over $120 in 2022. The second most expensive LEGO Harry Potter minifigure is this very strange variant of Sybil Trelawney, which was exclusive to the 2004 Hogwarts Castle set. This Trelawney figure is absolutely wild and completely inaccurate, with bright blue robes and a bright purple hat. And that oddness is probably the big contributing factor as of why this minifigure is so desirable to collectors. Also, the fact that this minifigure is nearly 20 years old and has been the only Trelawney figure ever made in LEGO until 2018, it's no surprise that this figure fetches $100 on sites like eBay and Bricklink. The only other current $100 plus LEGO Harry Potter minifigure is this 2005 glow-in-the-dark version of Lord Voldemort, who was exclusive to the 2005 Graveyard Jewel set. Again, I think the same principles apply here as Trelawney's. This minifigure is very quirky with its glow-in-the-dark feature, which of course makes it more interesting and desirable compared to the other ordinary Lord Voldemort minifigures. The sets that these three minifigure examples feature in are also worth an absolute fortune in the aftermarket. The 2007 Hogwarts Castle is worth in the region of $1,000 US. The 2004 version of Hogwarts Castle with a motorized play feature will set you back in the region of $600 to $700, and the Graveyard Jewel, which was just a $30 set when it released, will cost you up to $500 new and sealed today in 2022. So we've got rarity, also known as lack of quantity, exclusivity to expensive sets, and also desirability, which in these examples has come in the form of weirdness. These are the traits that make expensive LEGO figures and products, not just for Harry Potter, but this trend will generally apply to all themes. So now we know what makes an expensive LEGO minifigure, let's predict what new and current LEGO Harry Potter minifigures may become the theme's next $100 plus minifigure. So I think the most obvious suggestions are the 20th anniversary golden figures, specifically Hagrid, McGonagall and Dumbledore, who are all exclusive to a very expensive direct-to-consumer celebrationary Hogwarts icon set. These three figures cost a combined $100 already just merely months after the set's release, and I think due to the fact that these are naturally collectible, being golden, we know that they'll never be made again, and they will remain exclusive to a very odd and unusual expensive LEGO Harry Potter set which many will pass up on. We can be sure that these will make worthy investments if you decide to pick them up on Bricklink individually today. The other obvious suggestion is the four 2018 Hogwarts Founders minifigures. These four are worth around $80 combined today, as I think they will rise in value as they are always going to be in demand long after the set eventually retires. But the thing is, this set has been on sale now for 4 years, and has still not retired, so I believe the quantity of these minifigures going around is higher than most would first assume, so I don't think they'll rise as fast as the Hogwarts Icons golden figures for example. Now, you don't have to get already expensive minifigures if you want to pick up some of these suggestions for investment, because I think the Tom Riddle figure, which came exclusively in the Magical Treasury book, will also shoot up in value over the next few years. You can currently pick up this minifigure for around $25 and you'll have yourself the most accurate and best looking Tom Riddle minifigure LEGO has ever made, considering the most recent 2021 version is widely considered a letdown. There will always be a demand for this awesome Tom Riddle minifigure, and me myself might end up picking up a few more of these in the near future, as the price is just slowly rising. A bunch of minifigures which I guarantee will give you a good return on your money is the 2018 Bricktober pack. This minifigure pack came with 4 exclusive minifigures of Boggart Snape, Dolores Umbridge with side leg printing, Madam Hooch and Horace Slughorn. These are all Hogwarts teachers, and there's always going to be demand for these characters, especially as we'll know that they'll remain exclusive. Though forgive me for pointing out the obvious, if you do buy this Bricktober pack for investment, please keep it sealed as the future value will be far more secured. You can currently pick these Bricktober packs up for around $70, but hurry, because last time I checked they were going for only $50, so they're going up. For more common minifigures you might already have, I think both the glow-in-the-dark Nearly Headless Nick and Professor Sinistra from the 2021 Hogwarts Chamber of Secrets set will be worth a decent amount in the future, as they only come in a fairly expensive set, and they're also very niche characters that likely won't be made again in the same style. I can't imagine future variants of Nearly Headless Nick will be glow-in-the-dark, as the glow-in-the-dark Nearly Headless Nick was a throwback to the old LEGO Harry Potter sets which often featured glow-in-the-dark minifigures, as this was a 20 years on celebration set. Also, I doubt we'll be seeing another Professor Sinistra for a long time. Both of these minifigures only cost roughly $15 on Bricklink, so definitely ones I'd advise picking up. I think the only other minifigure which I think definitely will be fetching a fair bit in a few years time is the purple and bright orange version of Gilderoy Lockhart, which will forever be exclusive to the $400 2020 Diagon Alley set. This variant of Lockhart is by far the best Gilderoy we have ever gotten, and I think people will be clamouring to get their hands on him once this Diagon Alley set retires. But what do you guys think? Are there any recent LEGO Harry Potter figures that I have missed out in this video? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you haven't seen my most recent video where I build the Fountain of Magical Brethren from the Ministry of Magic and LEGO, then click the video on screen now. A big thank you to Sue Penn, Lucas Hatch, MLD Kay Crossley and Brighter Switch Bricks, who are all tier 3 members of the channel. I'll catch you soon for another LEGO Harry Potter video. I'll see you there.